Alright. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Wait, why is the model not reacting? Why you not working? Okay, let's try that again. Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. Can you hear me? We got a very soft ambience happening here, so I don't want to speak over it too loudly. But hey everyone, welcome. How's it going? I normally try to do my Japanese reviews slash lessons in the mornings if possible. It might be morning where you are right now, but where I am at the moment, as you can see from the time, it's not. It's not. I pretty much slept all day. Um, Especially after last night's stream, I just was not really feeling too well and slept the entire day. Feel much better now compared to earlier, but holy crap, the amount of sleep that I had was crazy. I think I woke up at around 5:30 just because my body what do you call it? My body just wakes up naturally around that time, at least a little bit. But I couldn't go back to sleep right afterwards, and I was like super groggy for the next few hours, and then I went back to sleep and didn't wake up until like 3 p.m. It's not great. It's not great. But yeah. Anyway, so today we're doing something a little bit different than usual on this channel, though I did used to do this sort of thing before. Um, we're gonna do a little bit of Japanese lessons. This isn't the Japanese lessons I usually do. Usually, what I did before was a little bit of kanji review, and we also tested this other Japanese learning game called Wagotabi, which is a very beginner-friendly way to learn Japanese actually and actually gets you to what do you call this? Learn it fairly naturally in the best possible way. That is still kind of sort of it's out of beta, but it's still on mobile, I think, and it's gonna make its way on Steam eventually. And slowly but surely, updates are getting added to it. What we're gonna be doing today, though, uh, is this game called So to Speak. I did do a little bit of I did a little bit of this with the demo several months ago, and recently I got an email out of nowhere from the dev asking if I wanted a key to check out the game, and so I said yes to that, and now we're doing this. Konnichiwa. I guess phonetically speaking, yes, that is correct. But by God, don't try to write that on actual paper. No one's gonna know what you're trying to say. Though I think I did see like a Japanese learning book made in the early um, 1900s, like super early 1900s, before Japan was actually a travel destination, and it did have pronunciations written similar to that, because it's geared towards the Westerners with their Western pronunciations and stuff like that. So they're not gonna be able to read this stuff very easily. Hironaka-san, konnichiwa. Oh, jeez. I wanted to follow up with that, but I had no idea. Also, the reason why I haven't been doing a whole lot of Japanese lessons like I used to do on this channel, couple of reasons actually. One of them is since I usually do it on Sunday mornings and I stream on Saturday evenings typically and pretty late, it got to it got to the point where it's like, oh geez, I don't know if I can wake up that early anymore and be ready mentally. Though I guess supposedly ASMR quality in the morning is a lot better than it is in the evening. So maybe, but it still takes a lot out of me to do it. But I do want to do that eventually again. Um, Another reason is I haven't actually been doing any Japanese lessons for a while. It has been a very, very long time. Almost a year now, I think, when I've when I've formally studied Japanese. Various reasons from time to just personal stuff and getting burnt out with multiple things. So hopefully I can get back into that because I am planning to take a long trip later this year. Um, and it might help a little bit to get back into this. Hopefully I can still remember some stuff, but for anyone who's not familiar with the language, I'll try to help you through it. The point of these lessons is not just for me to learn, it's also to help chat to learn as best as possible. So I'll do what I can, but also I'm hoping that you guys are able to take something away from this. So without going without what do you call it? Without stalling too much, we'll get to this. Will you get back into Wanikani? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I looked at my Wanikani list recently on how much was in queue for review, and I got so overwhelmed with the number that I need to get through that mental barrier of doing it again. And I am pretty sure if I get back into Wanikani, I am gonna like miss every single one that I do. I think I have like 2,000 2,000 kanji in my queue to review. I can still read some of the older ones, but the Wanikani stack, normally if you do 20 to 50, that's a pretty decent amount of time just to get through them. If you can do 100 in an hour, that's pretty good for the day. But with the way any learning program goes, you get stuff right and you don't see them for a while to help you retain that memory. If you get stuff wrong, then it comes back a little sooner so that you can see it again and review it again. But with how many misses I'm expecting getting back into that, I try to get my stack of reviews for Wanikani all the way down to 0 so I don't have to think about it until at least the next day. But with it being in 2000, it's gonna feel like climbing a very, very tall mountain. On one hand, I'm glad I got the lifetime thing on that. On the other hand, 2000 kanji is a lot to go through. It's not just 2000 kanji; it's 2000 vocab words technically. Part of it is kanji, part of it is just phrases, and part of it is just um, pronunciation stuff. But yeah, it's like Momo Talks, but a whole lot worse. A whole lot worse. So I need to get back into it. I'll do it slowly, mostly on my own time, and then when I'm ready to stream it again, I'll stream it again. I'm trying to get back to the place I used to be in Wagotabi, and I did do a little bit, and the lessons are coming back to me at least. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. Yeah, 2000's way too much, and I don't really want to like. So whenever you do any lessons, okay, you don't want to go too long at them. That's the reason why your classes typically in school are anywhere from 1 to 1.5 hours. For streaming purposes, I'll probably go about that long, maybe up to 2 hours at maximum, and then cut it off there, because you don't really want to overload yourself. It doesn't. You can't cram this like you would a test. Cramming for a test is at least not while not recommended, is at least okay because you already kind of sort of know the material. Here we don't know the material, or at least for the most part, I'm assuming most of us don't know the material. So take it slowly, don't learn too much at one time, and it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better. With that said, let's go ahead and get started with this and see where we get up to. If I remember correctly, the way this game works is it's more like a matching kind of thing. So think flashcards, but but a little bit different from traditional flashcards. So let's see what this is like. I need to look this way. New game. Oh hey, we start off on an airplane. It's always nice seeing the airplane. Though the 14-hour flight from the US to Japan is never fun. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Duolingo, if Duolingo gets you there, go for it. I know a lot of people hate on it, myself included. Holy crap. I like ambience, but it's a little too loud. Also, I think that was a Shinkansen, and there is no Shinkansen from any airport in Tokyo to Tokyo itself. There's an express train from Narita Airport to Tokyo, but if you're going from Haneda to Tokyo, it's just a local train. Use Anki set to 10 a day. Yeah, I did get one comment that I saw recently on my feed that asked, why would anyone use Wanikani when there's Anki? Well, I don't know. I saw Wanikani first, so that's what I use. I didn't know about Anki first when I started. If I did, I might have liked it more compared to the people who you know, there's people who see one thing first and stick with it, and there's people who see another thing and stick with that one. It's kind of the same thing. For me, Wanikani works. I haven't tried Anki. I know you can like mess around with it more, and people make decks all the time for that. But I feel like the way Wanikani is structured, it makes sense, and someone probably has made a Wanikani deck for Anki. But I think they do a specific program, a specific order of things in Wanikani that you really can't replicate in Anki. So it makes it easier that way. But if you like to fiddle around with your lessons a bit more, then maybe Anki is a better fit. Anki is definitely the free option, and then I would not recommend Wanikani normally to people because it is expensive. You can get you can like get a lifetime membership and don't worry about it at all afterwards. But you can try it before you decide to do that. So if you like that better, and you try Wanikani first, and if you like that better, do that. If you like and you don't like it, try Anki. If you like that better, do Anki. Whatever helps you get there. Even Duolingo, even though most people hate on it. I'm just reporting what works for me, and hopefully it works for everyone else. But if it doesn't, use whatever the heck you want. Even use regular books if that helps you also. Anyway, so how do we start this? Phrases completed 1. So I guess we click on this one. Drag the yellow Japanese word onto its English meaning. So we have the kanji here for exit. So I guess we drag it to exit. And that's basically how this game goes. And you just memorize along the way. Okay, click and drag the background to move. Duolingo is an AI first company now, so they're using AI to do their lessons and translations. Slippery slope, a little bit iffy. I don't know if that's necessarily better or worse than actual people. We'll see. I have no opinion on that because I don't know if I don't know how that works eventually. Okay, but here we have a Shinkansen, and we went from the airport to, I'm guessing, Tokyo. Like I said, there's no Shinkansen from the airports, any airports in Tokyo to Tokyo main city. So this is a little bit funny, but also yes, Shinkansen are fun. let's see. Click the background to move. Okay, so exit. Remember the kanji for exit. I could tell you the breakdown for this, but does it tell you the breakdown for this? Okay, so it does. So we have a little. Okay, I'm covering it up. So let me disappear for a second here, or maybe I go down a little bit. Hold up, no, not this one. I'm gonna go down here so that you can at least see what I'm clicking on. There is a book over here that has the dictionaries and stuff of the words that you run into, and right, so kanji, the most intimidating part of Japanese. Katakana and hiragana, you can learn that pretty easily, but all the vocabulary words, that's gonna take some time, just as with any language. But once you start seeing kanji, which is used regularly everywhere, it gets very intimidating really fast, because there's like so many combinations of them. Though how anyone remembers the basic 2000 plus is always a wonder. But for exit, normally when you see an exit sign, it's going to be this two combination of kanji. Now the first kanji for this one is literally exit, that as in to go out. And the second kanji here is mouth. Now mouth, exit mouth might seem a little bit weird, but the way this works is it is the doorway, I guess, the pathway for the exit. So that's why these two are usually used in combination. You don't see exit by itself normally. It's usually in this combo. Now mouth does the mouth kanji, this squarish thing, is used in other things that do mean mouth, but in this case it just means some sort of what do you call this? Some sort of a doorway, pathway, that kind of thing. All right, close this book first, and I'm gonna assume you know the book is there, so I'm gonna come back up here. So where are we? We're in the station right now. So this is the kanji for station, and that is just literally the kanji for station. If you do wanikani, they break this down into two different kanji that hopefully kind of sort of makes sense. Does it make sense? I don't know. One part of it is like horse, but another part of it is like shrimp, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you just kind of like take it for it is sometimes. Anyway, drag this to station. So we have a station, and according to the book it just says station. So entrance, you see what I mean by the mouth kanji, the square one, as being just like a doorway or like pathway, because we have a door here. And then we have this kanji for enter. It kind of looks like the kanji for person, but not really. It has a little flat top up there. The V, the upside down V with a flat top is basically like enter. So an entrance way kind of thing. All right. So going to the next area. What does this guy say? Iriguchi, that's the entrance. Are we supposed to know this? So drag this here. Okay. They give you the pronunciation also for the, what do you call this? For the words. Let me see. Can I adjust the audio a little bit more? Audio, the dialogue is a little bit loud. Iriguchi, entrance, enter, mouth. What I got here? Koen. So this is the park. So there's the kanji for park. So we drag this over here. And if you want to know the individual parts of the kanji for this, we click on each thing. Except I think this is the whole thing is park. Technically speaking, I think the second kanji here just means garden or park. I think more of a park than garden. And then the first kanji is more like a community. So it's like a community garden, community park, but together it just means like a park, public park, if you want to think of it that way.
公園
Yeah, and so that is a pronunciation. How are you supposed to know where to drag where? Experimentation, I suppose. But also, they make things very easy as far as things are right next to each other. I think that's how they got this structured. So far we haven't seen anything that's like far from each other, like the words and pronunciations. So far it's easing you into that. But also you just kind of threw it into here. There are two ways to learn Japanese. But the main it all boils down to what is this? What did I say in that video? It all boils down to immersion. You have to be immersed in your surroundings to be able to learn the language or whatever it is you're getting into more effectively. So in this case, I think we're just doing like kanji vocabulary words in general. That's what I'm getting here. I'm not exactly sure how it's structured, but we'll just go along with it. Are these words you're going to be using in Japan if you have to ask about something? Yes. At least entrance and exit and station. You could also just use Google Translate, but don't trust Google Translate too much. It'll get you there, but don't rely on it too much, especially when you're in a place where the signal isn't so good. Anyway, station. Eki.
Eki
So eki is station. Is there anything else here? Exit.
出口
Deguchi. Alright, so exit and deguchi.
出口
I do want to point something out here. So remember when I pointed out the entrance and exit kanji? I wish I can have something like side by side here so I can show you a comparison. But for entrance, we have iriguchi. For exit, we have deguchi. Now, do you see a word that's similar between these two? If you said guchi, then yes, you're correct. So that guchi is like one pronunciation of this mouth kanji. This mouth kanji, the square one, is either pronounced kuchi, which just means mouth, or guchi in this when it's combined with the entrance or exit kanjis. So yes, it's basically an exit mouth and a entrance mouth. But just keep in mind, deguchi, iriguchi. What we got here? Shrine.
Jinja.
Jinja. Interesting spelling for jinja. But as long as you get the pronunciation through, I guess it's not too bad. Anyway, shrine. This is the kanji for shrine. Can we click on the individual ones? No. This is two different kanji specifically. I think, forgot what each kanji means, but there's like smaller spirit kanji in here, which probably helps a little bit. There's this thing called radicals in kanji that make up the bigger kanji, like the whole bigger kanji, and that's like a huge thing when trying to figure out what individual kanji is. So it gets that's what a lot of hang up is when learning kanji, because you have to remember all these little things that help you figure out what it is.
Jinja
I say we move from kanji to emoji. A lot easier most of the time to figure out what the emoji is saying. But you know, it is what it is, so we gotta learn this if you want to learn it this way. Can we go back? Oh, okay. So you can actually backtrack into different areas if you want to. I'm not sure why you would want to specifically, but there is an option. Click the book on the lower right of the screen. Drag words from the book onto signs. Are you talking about this? No. Talking about this? No. Click the book. Okay, I clicked the book. And drag words from the book onto signs. Oh, okay. So if you have the words already, and you don't see the English over here, you could just drag it on over. But I mean, if you already have this, then what's the challenge here? I'm not exactly sure.
Jinja.
I'm actually not sure what the challenge is here. I guess so far, it's getting you oriented.
Eki.
So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so this is Iriguchi. That's the entrance over there.
Iriguchi.
I guess it just doesn't matter which one I drag. I can drag any of these that's related to the word. So Jinja, there's a shrine that way. Okay.
Jinja.
All right. So on to the next area. Koen, park that way.
公園.
Okay. So this is not a shrine, I don't think. Maybe a smaller one. Iriguchi, right here.
入り口.
I like the ambience and music in the game, though. That does help you get through this. But I'm still a little bit confused on how to approach this thing in general.
出口.
But let's keep going and find out if we can see something. What's this? Himi? Himi? No. That's the kanji for water. I don't expect you to know that, but off the top of my head, that's just the kanji for water, and this is sea. I guess Himi is a name of a place?
日々.
This is probably a name of a place. Okay. Wait, how many chapters are there? Welcome to Himi. Oh. Well, if we're going from Tokyo to Himi, sure, there's going to be a Shinkansen. Okay, 16 chapters. And we end at the airport. Oh, sadness. Whenever you visit some place that you really, really like and then you have to leave eventually. Welcome to Himi. Yokoso Himi.
日々.
Oh, I guess I gotta drag the word too. Hey Tori, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Yokoso Himi. Welcome to Himi,
Yokoso.
guys. Welcome.
ようこそ.
Alright, so I guess I should introduce myself a little bit to Tori's chat. I think I've seen you some of you before, but if you're not familiar with me on this channel, I just usually like to chill on this channel and do whatever. I do stream Blue Archive and Girls Frontline 2 and Girls Frontline 1 eventually, regularly each week, along with random stuff. Today we're going to be checking out a Japanese learning game called So to Speak. I got a key recently from the creator of this, so we're checking the full game out today. And basically this is a drag the word to the meaning kind of thing, and hopefully you learn by osmosis. Not sure if it's the best way to learn because the context and direction is a little bit confusing, but ambience is pretty good, so maybe that'll help a little bit. Anyway, let's see what we can get here. Welcome to Himi. Yokoso Himi. Wait, did I get the entire thing already? I did get the entire thing. Yokoso is just welcome. I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually say that specifically unless you're going into a shop. There's also irashaimase for going to shop specifically. Let's see. Oh, I just go and get out of here. Wagotabi has been pretty good. I'm hoping for the Steam version to come soon. The mobile version is out though, if you haven't checked that out yet. And I think the cloud saves on the mobile version is currently working. So when the Steam version comes, then you can transfer that cloud save onto the Steam version. But yes, Wagotabi is so far the best one I've run into. It really eases you into the learning and immersion, and you pick it up very, very naturally there. So yeah. Anyway, but we're gonna focus on this. Click on the river to get a clue. It is a river. Okay. Oh, so this is the hint. Himikawa river. Am I supposed to drag something here? Okay, river. Where do I get the thing for Himi? I guess there's the book. So I get the word for Himi here.
Himi.
Himikawa. Oh, you don't know how to pronounce this yet? Okay, fine. I feel like, well, I guess if you know, you know, but if you don't know, it's just a bunch of random words. Himi Station. Okay, Himi.
Himi.
And then Eki. Where is Eki? Where is Eki? Eki.
Eki. Himi eki.
Himi Eki. But we don't have the pronunciation for river, so maybe we'll get in the next thing. Himishi. Himi City.
Himi.
We need to get the pronunciation for city here, which is a she. This is a bridge. Hashi. This is a bridge. And there's the kanji for bridge. Looks very intimidating. Don't know how to tell you guys to remember this. There is a tree and there is some blocky things.
Hashi.
But that's the best I can tell you how to read
Hashi.
this. Honestly, my time in Wanikani has been so good as far as learning the kanji that I can still recognize some of them, even though I haven't seen them in a very, very long time. So it does work. If you do Anki, maybe it does the same thing. What's this? Himi Gakko. This is Himi School.
学校
Gakko.
学校
Gakko. There's a school. And we got Himi. Where's Himi? I guess I could just type it in. Scrolling it is...
Himi.
There we go. Himi School.
学校 Himi 学校
Himi Gakko. Where is the word for river and city? Oh, here's river. Kawa. River.
川
And we finally get that. And so I think the Himi River, yep, Himi River is now filled in. Himikawa. Where are we going to next? Forest? I don't think that's much of a forest. I don't think that's a forest. That's just a few trees. That's just a few trees. Where's the freaking forest? Doubt. This is a hotel, probably. Okay. Drag the word over here. Hotel is literally just in katakana. So if you can read katakana, you can read hotel. And hotel is just a hotel. We don't have the word for this one. This is a forest. Graphical limitations. It is graphical limitations. Okay, this area seems a little bit more like a forest, but it's a very sad looking forest, not gonna lie. Okay. Alright, what else we got here? Eki! What is Eki, guys? What is Eki? Let's see, where is it actually? Eki! I think the dictionary here is a little bit of a cheat sheet. But Eki,
駅
if you said station, you got it right.
駅出口
Eki Deguchi. We're just putting words together now. Deguchi. Deguchi is exit. But I don't think anyone ever actually says Eki Deguchi or Eki Iriguchi, which is station exit or station entrance. Entrance and exits, good enough. Where is... Okay, you know what? We'll do it this way.
駅
Eki, and where's my deguchi?
駅出口
Oh no, gotta do the entire thing. Right.
駅
And deguchi. Deguchi here.
出口
Exit.
駅出口
Okay, and this is Himi Station, Himi Eki.
日々
And this
駅
is...
入り口
Okay, station entrance.
駅入り口
Eki Iriguchi, and
駅
there's Eki. And entrance is... Where is entrance?
入り口
Right
駅
there.
入り口
Eki Iriguchi. What's this one? Himi Udon? Oh, we found the udon shop, guys. Though the udon's very graphically limited.
Udon?
Udon?
うどん
I could go for some udon right now. I ate the last of my instant ramen yesterday, so the only thing I have left is soba. And I really shouldn't be buying any more ramen until my soba is out. But I'm gonna be very, very sad for a little while.
日々
There we go. Himi udon. If you don't know what an udon is, it's a thick noodle made from, I think, wheat. And apparently there are several different kinds of udon, which I did not know until one of my previous trips. Okay, what am I looking for now? Forest? Forest Hotel. Okay, Mori Hotel. What else am I looking for? Apparently I'm missing two other things here. This is a forest. Not really. Oh, city. But wait, where am I getting city from? Right there. Himishi.
橋
Hashi. Tastes better dry. Undertale reference. There's an Undertale reference for the udon. I do prefer the udon cooked. I'm hoping the udon's at least cooked if it's dry. Okay, you can't really interact with any of the sprites here, just the bubbles and the text. What am I missing though? What am I missing? Let's see. Nothing according to the dictionary, so it's got to be something entirely different. Oh, this thing. I just need to get the text for Himi. Unless... No? Let me see. Himi... It's not that. Himi City. Oh, okay, so you still want me to get the pronunciation for city. Except where am I gonna get the pronunciation for city? Let's see, city. City. Nope. Hold the right mouse button and see what you can click on. Okay. Okay.
森ホテル
Mori Hoteru. Oh, this?
森ホテル
Oh, geez, that was really the last thing I needed. Alright. Hikari just means light, but it could also just be a name for a place in this
光
case. Hikari no Ken, sort of light. Parking lot. Probably don't need to know this one specifically, but
駐車場
Chushajo. Chushajo.
駐車
Jo?
場駐車場
Chushajo. Okay. Where's the kanji for this one? Is it this?
駐車場
Ah, okay. It's not quite the kanji I thought they would put together. Not quite familiar with this first kanji, to be honest. That second kanji, the thing that kind of looks like a box with wheels, is the kanji for car. And this last kanji just means place. But I guess in combination here, it just means parking lot. It's a car place. Though not the first the first kanji is not what I expected. I was thinking of something else.
駅
Eki, right? Station.
駅
Eki.
タクシ
Taxi. Taxi.
タクシー
Guys, if you ever go to Japan and you know a little bit of katakana and Japanese, just know it gets very confusing with the
Taxi.
pronunciation. Like you try to read this, takushi. What the heck is takushi? It's taxi. It's a taxi. There's literally words that's written out in katakana that make zero sense when you try to read it until you know the context. It's very difficult.
駅
Eki, hikari eki. Sushi. That one's kind of easy. Hikari.
光駅
Hikari eki. I guess we're in Hikari town right now. Oh, okay. So this is the when you click on this board, it tells you what you need to do here. I see. All right. So escalator. Escalator.
エスカレータ
It is very weird to see this written out. But I do have to
エス
point
カレ
out
ーター
this is just in katakana, so that's not too difficult to read. But if you see these dash marks right after the katakana, usually that means an elongation of the pronunciation. So this is re. So re ta a. Escalator. Which I personally speaking, if I said that in actual conversation, I wouldn't think about it too much, but I guess it makes a difference if you write it out. Elevator. Elevator.
エレベータ
Elevator.
エレベータ
Sounds so funky.
バス
Bus. Bus is just a bus. Bus is just a bus.
ーバス
Bus. What's this? Basu no riba? Basu no riba? Did I get that right? It sounds like I'm saying bus river, but it's not. I think it just means bus stop, but the pronunciation is
乗り場
Noriba. Oh my gosh, Noriba. Right, Noriba. I don't know if I actually see it like this typically, but I think it's usually spelled out in hiragana rather than the kanji. There is a kanji for Noriba, which just means like a place. Noriba, Basu Noriba. This one. Wait. Hikari Eki. I think this is south. Minamiguchi. So we gotta get the kanji for south. The pronunciation for south. It's this one. Oh, this is a fun one. Oh, this is a fun one. Jitensha Chushajo.
自転車
Jitensha. What do you think a jitensha is? It's a bike.
自転車
It's a bike. If you watch enough anime, you'll probably recognize this word because of the ridiculous amounts of bikes that are in at least some anime. For good reason. Japan uses a lot of bikes, especially within cities. And if you're ever in Tokyo, you might be walking down it's not even just Tokyo. It's anywhere to be honest, but mostly Tokyo. I say mostly Tokyo because that's probably where most people are going to be at. But if you're walking down the street in Tokyo and you just are minding your own business and you see a bike coming at you on the sidewalk, don't move. Don't move. Don't try to get out of the way. They will get confused and you might collide with each other. Just if you have to step out of the way because you're in the middle, step out of the way because you're in the middle. But I have gotten into situations where I've almost collided with a bike because I don't know where they're going, and I always have that instinct of, oh crap, I'm gonna get hit, gotta get it out of the way kind of thing. They're usually pretty good unless they're drunk. So there is that. Jitensha is a bicycle.
自転車
Bicycle. And then we have Chujasho, which is the parking lot.
駐車場自転車駐車場
Which is funny because this is basically a bicycle parking lot. But parking lot has car, but there's no cars here. But it's a bicycle parking lot, so it's just a bicycle parking lot. And I don't know if bicycle parking lots are a thing outside of Japan. They might be in other Asian cities. But generally, I feel like it's not really a thing. Like you have, at least in the US, there are some bike racks that you can chain your bike on, but not an actual bicycle parking lot. That is an actual thing though. And sometimes they do look like pens like this, but other times it's gonna be like racks that you can put your bike in, and it's like multi-tiered racks. It's so interesting to look at.
乗り場
Noriba. How do I get you there?
乗り場
There
バ
we
ス乗り場
Basu Noriba. This is a bus.
バス
Basu. Now how do I get Noriba? This looks like a bus boarding zone. Looks... Why is looks highlighted? Zone. I guess let's try zone. Boarding?
乗り
Nori.
場乗り場バス乗り場
I don't know if I break it down that way. It's a bus stop, bus boarding zone. It's the same idea. It's the same idea. I don't know if anyone actually says boarding zone, but it's a bus stop. Noriba in general. So, not Noriba as a whole is the bus stop. Breaking it up this way is a little bit weird and might be a little bit confusing down the line. But anyway, we got bus
バス
here.
自動車
Jidosha. What's Jidosha? This is a car. Is a Jidosha a car?
自動車
Automobile. There is a kanji for this one that makes it a little bit easier to understand. But yeah, we'll get to that one if we see it.
車
Kuruma is the other word that most people know car by, if you've heard it before.
車
But Jidosha, I guess it's like the difference between, do you call it a car or do you call it an automobile in real life? Minamiguchi, south entrance. Or it could also be south exit, depending on your perspective. But south entrance is as good as anything. South.
南口
Minamiguchi.
南口
Minamiguchi. This is the kanji for south. If you play a lot of mahjong, you will get your directions, your cardinal directions, very, very easily. I will give mahjong one thing. It has made me learn my cardinal directions and has made me learn my numbers. And if you don't know how to play mahjong, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Mahjong is a very painful thing to play sometimes because you try to win but you just keep on losing, and then your soul hurts, and then you don't know what you're doing with your life anymore, and it has
Taxi.
no benefit to the human condition. It just hurts you. What am I missing here? Oh, Joe lot. Wait, where's Joe? Joe lot? No, hold up. Shu.
駐車
Chusha Joe. Okay.
場
Chusha Joe. There we go. Parking lot. Though, some confusion again. I'm saying this as someone who's knows a little bit. Don't think of this kanji specifically as lot. That just means place. It's a place where you park your car.
自動車
Okay, what am I missing? Minami Eki Hikari Eki Minamiguchi. Where the heck is this? Hikari Station South Exit. Hikari South Exit. Where did I even see this sign?
南口
Okay, Hikari Eki. Hikari. Where is it here? Hikari. Where is Hikari? There it is.
光
And then we have Eki. I guess you can type it in here too. Keep forgetting to do that.
駅光駅南口
Hikari Eki Minamiguchi. And this is Jidosha. This is a parked car.
自動車
Automobile. Okay, we do have that now. Jidosha, automobile versus car. Car, kuruma, which is fine. Just to break this down a little bit, I don't think this thing actually goes to the breakdown of the pronunciation and meaning for each kanji all the time. It just kind of gives you an overview. So it's a little bit of a weakness, but if you don't need to go that deep, then you don't have to go that deep. But let me see. There's also the bike here. I do want to explain this just a little bit. So Jidosha, automobile, has 3 kanji here. The first one means self or auto. Auto as in automatic. The second kanji is like move, and the third kanji is car. So you put that together, a self-moving car. It's literally automobile. That's literally what automobile means. In the same sense, though, we also have jitensha, a self revolving, in this case, this middle kanji, jitensha, but it's not a car, it's just a vehicle. But it's not really moving by itself, you're using your leg power, which is kind of funny. What else am I missing? Car, kuruma. What else am I missing? Kuruma. Okay. There's no kanji for that, so what do you want me to do about this? Kuruma, car. It's a car. It's a car. I'm missing 2 things. Where is it? Oh, elevator and escalator? I thought I did this already. Escalator. It's an escalator.
エスカレーター
There we go. Elevator. Elevator.
エレベーター
Okay, I got that. Oh, it's all done. It's all done. Alright, where are we now?
池と石
Ike to ishi? It's a pond and some stepping stones in the pond. Okay. Okay, I think I kind of understand what this is, but let's just do it one by one here. So, if you don't know what's happening here, let's just drag it around. So I guess if you don't know where the word goes to, it'll highlight for you what the English and the Japanese is supposed to be. So ike, pond.
池
And then end is to.
と
Stone is ishi.
石池と石
Pond and stone. That is weird. Is that just like a pond, like stepping stones in the pond? I guess that's what it is. And if you're in the park, you might see this every so often. Don't think I've seen anyone fall into the water. Wouldn't be unusual. But yeah, ike ike is just pond. To normally means end, normally. And ishi is stone. Should be fairly straightforward. Let's see, what are this? Ki to ishi. Okay, so it's right next to a tree. Tree and stone are here. Tree. This is a tree. Kanji for tree, literally. And
と
to. Stone.
石
Ishi. Tree and rock. Okay, specifically just tree and rock. Why? Why? This is a road, okay? It is a road. It is a road. What's this? Basu to taxi. Bus and taxi. Bus and taxi are parked here. Okay.
バス
Shujinko. Shujinko. I don't think I've heard of Shujinko before. Let's see. Anyway. Let's see. Bus and taxi. Oh, I can't move this. Okay, so you have to move the scene. It's a little... yeah, it's a little bit...
タクシー
It's a little
To
bit
bus to
difficult
taxi.
to navigate sometimes. What's this? Kawa to Hachi. So this is river and bridge. River and a bridge.
橋
Okay, so there's the kanji for bridge.
と
To.
川
Kawa.
川と橋
So kawa, the kanji for river, at least kind of looks like a stream of water. Kind of, sort of. It's just lines, basically. But at least it looks similar to what it's supposed to be. Yeah, let me look that up later. I'm gonna put it in my notepad for now. Okay. Yeah, like I said, bridge. I don't know how to tell you how to remember that. It's complicated. It's just a memorized kind of thing. Even if you're doing wanikani as your learning method, it's complicated.
池と道
Ike to Michi. So we ran into Ike in the previous area. So that's pond. Oh, I guess we can just drag this.
池
Ike, pond. Okay. And wait, Michi? Wait, Michi's not, Michi isn't bridge. We got a road here.
道
Okay, here we go. Pond and a road. I don't know why specifically that. I guess we're just trying to learn and here? Where is and? I thought I had and somewhere. Oh, here's and.
と池と道
Ike to Michi. I guess we don't have the kanji for road yet. But Ike is this... As Wanikani describes it, it's an alligator with little watermarks on the side. I guess if you squint really, really hard, this kanji for pond, or at least the alligator portion, kind of sort of looks like an alligator if you squint really, really hard. Again, it's just one of those things you have to get used to. But the watermarks, though, that is definitely a sort of watermark. I'm not sure specifically which watermark it is, but there's multiple watermarks, different kind of thing here. Groundwater, that's a good one too. Groundwater is also good. I do think that kanji has a similar look to ground. If it's not ground itself. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I think some of the Persona games recently are using kanji for their weaknesses and such. I could be wrong, but I think I remember seeing that. It maybe specifically in... If they don't worry about it. Maybe I'm mixing up the Japanese screenshots and the English screenshots, because I know I've seen it before. But if you play enough Japanese JRPGs, then you'll pick some of these up along the way. But if you don't worry about it. This is just like me being a little bit too high level for this area, and I'm trying to explain it to other people, which makes this difficult. Anyway, we got the bridge. We got bridge and end, so bridge goes here.
橋
And where is end?
と橋と池
Bridge and pond. Okay. Let's just figure out the puzzles. It's becoming a puzzle thing now.
木と花
Kitohana. Okay. This is flower. This is the kanji for flower. And ki. So kitohana. So ki is tree.
木
Got that. And we just learned flower. So hana is over
Hana.
here. And then we have this.
と木と花
So a lot of times when you do read Japanese, or at least try to read Japanese, you might wonder to yourself, why the heck do we have so many different writing systems in one thing? Well, it's for clarity. A lot of times it's for clarity. If we do this hitohana thing without any kanji or hiragana written to it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. To be honest, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe it makes sense in context, but the way Japanese is spoken, there's like so very few syllables and combinations of syllables that it's really hard to tell what the heck you're trying to say unless it's within context. And so when they finally got a writing system borrowed from the borrowed from the Chinese and their own kanas that they developed eventually, it became necessary for them to combine hiragana and kanji and eventually katakana when they had to figure out how to pronounce foreign words, combine all of that together to make something readable. It's an interesting thing. Car. So we have automobile.
車
Oh, we have car specifically. Okay. Where is Jidosha? Here we go. Jidosha.
車
Oh no. Jidosha. Wait, are you not letting me do this? Or car, sha. Jidosha to kuruma.
車
Wait, that doesn't even make sense. Automobile and car? They're the same freaking thing.
と
They're the same freaking thing. Why we... Okay. Why is this one something I can't complete? I guess let's look around a little bit more. Bicycle and someone riding it.
自転車と車
No, crap, I did not read that correctly. Jitensha and car. Wait. Jitensha to kuruma. Oh yeah, I did not read that right. So there's a car and a bike. Right. What else am I missing? Michi, road, and Iketo. Michi. I need to get road. Where is it?
バスと車
Basu to kuruma. Bus. There's a bus.
バス
And
と
here's a car.
車バスと車
Basu to kuruma. But I don't have the pronunciation for road. Okay, so that's not in this area. Alright. Okay, let's see what we got here.
鳥だ
Torida! Is it a bird? It is a bird. Tori, bird.
鳥
Though if you're coming from Tori's channel, Tori is definitely not a bird. Tori is just Tori. Tori's a taiga. Or taiga? Anyway. Is the...
だ鳥だ
Yeah, okay. This one's gonna be a little harder to explain. Da is just a declarative. Da is just like is, be, to be. A very informal to be, but it's still a to be. So, what is it? It's a bird. This is a bird. Torida. Or tori des, if you want to be formal about it.
魚だ
Sakanada. What is this? A fish. It is a fish.
魚
Sakana. Da
だ
is B.
魚だ
If you watch any Phase Connect or know any Phase Connect, you probably know what Sakana is or who Sakana is. And if you've seen the Fishman, Sakana just means fish, but he is a fishman. So he would technically be a Sakana Hito. Sakana or Sakana Ningen. A fishman.
自転車だ
Jitensha da. It's a bike.
自転車
Jitensha.
だ
だ
自転車だ
Jitensha da. Okay. What's this?
車だね
Kuruma da ne. Hai, kuruma desu. Kuruma
車
is
だ
da.
ね
ね
車だね
Okay, so they just fill this part in. Ne emphasis. Not needed. Not needed. It's kind of like when someone says in English, it's a car, yeah? Yeah, it's a car. Yeah. Ne. Yeah. That kind of thing. It's a cat.
猫だ
Neko da.
猫
Neko.
だ
だ
猫だ
If you've been in Weeb Town enough, you probably know what Neko means. Hopefully you know what Neko means, but if you don't, it's a cat. Depends on the conversation, yeah. The ne could be translated
車だね
any different way in English. It definitely depends on the conversation, but yeah. Yeah.
海だね
Umidane. Yep. It's an ocean. It be the ocean.
海だね海だね
Umidane.
非常ボタンだ
Hijo botanda. Hijo. Oh, emergency button. I had to think about that for a little bit. So this is an emergency button. Hijo,
非
emergency.
常
Botan. Bota.
ボタン
Da. Is.
だ非常ボタンだ
Right. So I don't know how many I've seen personally. I do know this exists in train stations and train station crossing. Not train station crossings, but train crossings. So definitely, if you see something on the tracks that's not supposed to be there and a train is coming by, press this button. Don't press it willy-nilly. But press that button in an actual emergency, especially if someone or something has fallen off the tracks. Definitely don't want that to be run over.
赤信号だ
Akashingo. Akashingo. This signal is red. Aka.
赤
Red. Shingo. Signal.
信号赤信号だ赤信号だ
Okay. Aka is just red. Shingo is a signal. I think that does just mean a light or signal. So it just could be like a walking traffic signal or a car traffic signal. They're both shingo.
猫カフェ
Neko cafe. Neko, we have cat
猫
and cafe.
カフェ猫カフェ
Neko cafe, but we don't have the translation for cafe. But it's just cafe. Never been to an actual cat cafe before though. No, bus noriba. So this is a bus.
バス
Basu, bus. Noriba, bus stop. Can I click on the area? Boarding zone. I guess I want boarding
乗
zone.
りバ
バス乗り場だ
Basu noriba da. The bus stop.
バス
Noriba
乗り場
is.
だバス乗り場だ
Basu noriba da. Okay, so it's a bus stop. What else are we missing?
猫カフェ
Right, cafe. There's the cafe.
カフェ
カフェ
猫カフェ
Okay, what else are we missing here?
自転車だ
Oh, this one.
非常ボタンだ
非常ボタンだ
There we go. Didn't drag the kanji over.
非常ボタン
Hijo botan.
Da.
Da. Okay, so you can click on individual things if you've learned it already, I guess. Alright, what's this?
バスがある
Basu ga aru. It is a bus. Okay, so bus,
バス
basu, is
ある
aru.
がバスがある
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to explain this one. I think Wagotabe explains this a little bit better. But is aru, da, des, depends on the context. This word is gonna change. But again, this is not the best way to learn it. And ga is also a very difficult particle to try to explain. I think the best way to explain this is if you're talking about something specifically, you use ga. Otherwise, wa is the general one. I don't know how to explain it in this context. I'm sorry. It is a door to the toilet. Okay. Drag word. Toilet. Toire. Door. Door is not here. Okay. Is
あるが
toire ga aru. Interesting.
トイレがあるよ
Toire ga aru yo.
トイレがあるよ
You're not gonna explain what the yo is? You're not gonna explain what the yo is? It's kind of like another emphasis like da. No, wait, no. It's like another emphasis like ne. It becomes a verbal tick eventually, though, when you hear people say ne or yo repeatedly. I think I'm more of a yo person, but it definitely depends on context. What's this
ドア
one?
がある
Doga.
出口だよ
Oh, geez. We got two here. Doga aru. Deguchi. Deguchi is the exit. Can I move this?
出口
Deguchi. Dayo is
だよ出口だ
There
よ
we go. We got another emphasis there. Doga. Do I have the kanji for door? Well, here's door. Wait, how do I even get door? Do.
ドア
Doa is
ある
aru.
がドアがある
Doga aru. Okay. And this is the deguchi. That's the exit. We got door also. I think the associations here are getting a little bit wonky now, but
木がある
try to keep up. Tree. Key
木
is aru.
あるが木がある
Key ga aru. It is a tree, or there is a tree. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? Ocean.
島がある
Shima. Shima ga aru. Oh, wait, ocean is not Shima. Shima is island. Oh, I gotta zoom out a little bit more. It is an island. This is an island. Shima.
島
Shima is aru.
あるが島がある
There is an island. So if you try to like drag the ocean over here, it wouldn't work. You would have to zoom in a little bit out. In a sense that starts becoming a
駐
puzzle
車場
game.
がある
Okay. 駐車場がある.
駐車場がある
It is a parking lot.
ある
Aru. Parking
駐車
lot. Lot.
場が駐車場がある
There is a parking lot. Okay, I think this area is like getting you to get used to the idea of sentences now. We're past the initial vocab and now we're starting to get some sentences. Awkward as it is. Alright, what do we got here?
魚がいる
Sakana ga iru. There's a fish. It's a fish, quite an animate one.
魚
Sakana
いる
iru.
が魚がいる
Okay, this is gonna be very different to think about. In English, if something exists, whether it be animate or inanimate, it doesn't, you don't really think about it, right? It is a fish. It is a rock. There is no difference between the is rock existing or the is fish existing. In Japanese, though, there is a difference. So if something is animate, moving, or alive, you use this iru to say is, basically. It is there. It is a fish. If it's a rock, that's a different word. I'm wondering if we're going to get into it here. Just have to think about it sometimes. Sometimes it's more used for to be specific, but it's not. I don't know if it's always required, but if you want to be correct, I guess it's something to keep in mind.
魚がいる
焼き魚があるね。
Oh geez, fish, sakana,
魚
iru exists. Is there a fish?
いるが魚がいる
Yaki sakana ga aru ne. Okay. I think this person's trying to say it's a grilled fish, but I don't think we've had the word for grilled yet. But let me see if everything else matches. Zakana,
魚
zakana, iru,
ある
aru.
がね
Okay, now we just have to find yaki. Oh, here it is. Here's the grilled fish. Someone is selling grilled fish, impaled on a stick. Not animate anymore. Grilled. Yaki.
魚
Yaki sakana, grilled fish. Sakana, zakana. That's gonna be a little bit confusing, but some words, they change the pronunciation just a little bit when combined with other things. Sometimes they don't. So it's just something you gotta pick up as you go. Yaki in general, though, is either grilled, baked, something with heat. Not necessarily cooking, but like grilled or baked. So yakisoba, grilled noodles, I guess. Stir fry is probably a better description of that. Yakisoba, takoyaki. So takoyaki is the grilled octopus balls. Probably familiar with those. And then we have here yakisakana or yakizakana. So this is grilled.
焼き魚
Cooked fish, grilled fish, technically grilled or baked. Cooking in general is something else. Kanji for mouth and coochie became Gucci when compounded. Thanks, Wanikani. I will admit, Wanikani is pretty good at trying to help you figure out those pronunciations. Wanikani is good for that. As weird as the way it is, as weird as it is, it's good for that. I don't know if Anki does the same thing, or Anki goes into those explanations. Maybe they do when those cards are made by other people. But I feel like Wanikani is a little bit better with explaining that. Let's see, where are we now? Not animate anymore. Aru, iru. Okay. Am I missing anything else? Oh no, we're done with this area. Okay, let's go. Hey, kiddos and dogs.
犬がいる
Inugairu. We got here doggos. There are dogs. Inu
犬
are.
いるが犬がいる
This looks like a park. So this is a dog park. So we have the kanji for park. We've seen that earlier. This is the kanji for dog. This is the kanji for dog.
犬
And where is park? Park.
公園犬公園
Inukoen. I'm trying to figure out for me to explain dog, but I feel like we need something else to. We need another kanji to explain how weird the kanji for dog is. So we're gonna skip that for now.
犬公園があるよ。
Inukoen ga aru yo. Okay.
公園
Koen. Inu
犬
is what? Why is looks here? Okay, I guess looks is not really supposed to be there. Looks like a park. I guess let me grab is. Oh, that throws you off a little bit. You can pick up R and put it where is supposed to
Aru.
be.
がよ犬公園があるよ
There is a dog park. Dog park exists, yo. This. It is a cafe.
猫がいる。
猫カフェがあるね。
Oh, it's a cat cafe? Okay, where's cat? Cat. Cat. Neko.
猫
Is
いるが猫がいる
Neko ga iru. There is a cat. And cat cafe.
猫
Cafe. Where is cafe? I guess I should start typing stuff in. Cafe.
カフェ
Okay, and then is. Is.
あるがね猫カフェがあるね
There is a cat cafe. That sounds so casual though. Neko cafe ga aru ne. Aru ne. That sounds so casual and lazy. What the heck? What's this? Yakitori! Oh no, someone grilled the tori. Is. No. Yakitori.
焼き鳥
Grilled chicken skewers. So we already mentioned yaki is grilled. And tori is bird. But in this case, when you say yakitori, you're specifically talking about grilled chicken skewers. Though, if the grilled bird skewers is anything other than chicken, they might specify it. They might specify it. I haven't seen that yet. But there is this one little restaurant in... Where is it? Not Nara. I went to it recently in my previous trip. There is this one restaurant in Inari. In Inari, a little bit past the Inari Shrine, like in a little corner that's fairly busy, there is a restaurant that serves grilled quail. Like a whole quail, grilled. Can't say it was the tastiest thing ever, and it was also very, very tough. I don't remember what they called it though, but that was on the menu. I wonder what they actually call that thing. Hopefully not yakitori. I would be very confused. Also, yakitori is usually just written out in hiragana. You don't usually see this in kanji, for whatever reason. Probably it's easier to differentiate it this way. Remember when I said that mixing the kanji and hiragana and even katakana clarifies, at least in writing, what the heck you're talking about? In this case, there's no need for kanji. You just know yakitori is this yakitori, the chicken skewers.
人がいる
Hito ga iru. People. It is a person. Hito
人
is iru. A person.
いるが人がいる
Hito ga iru. Okay. Missing anything else? What's this one? Kuma ga iru. Oh no, there is a bear. There's a picture of a bear. Is.
いるが
There are bears. I've never seen a bear in real life before, and I would never want to. Scary thing. Chui. I think that says Chui, which is warning, be careful.
熊
Kuma.
がいる
Bear. Kuma. Kuma. Bear. Where's bear? Bear.
クマ
Okay, and then this one.
クマ
Kuma ga iru. Is there a bear?
が
There are
クマがい
bears.
る
Is that it? Okay, so this one, careful. Watch. Okay, game, you're being a little confusing here. You say careful on the board, but you're also putting here watch out for the translation. Yeah, how do I explain this? You can't click on the individual kanji. Okay. So I think in this case, instead of going into the individual kanji and explaining how it means, well, what this means, let's just take it as a whole, because the individual kanji, when you just take it by themselves, don't really mean what you think it means when you put it together. So yeah, just as a whole, there. But watch out is not normally. I don't know if watch out is how it's usually translated. Usually it's like warning or notice. No, maybe not notice. Maybe warning.
鳥がいるよ。
焼き
Toriga.
鳥があるよ。
Okay, you're okay. You're confusing people here. There's a bird over here, and you're talking about the chicken skewers on the other side. Okay, bird. No, here.
鳥
Tori.
いるがよ
I do-
鳥がいるよ
I do wonder what happens if I do it this way. Yakitori ga iru, so we grab the bird, put it here.
鳥
Bird, yes, is aru.
あるがよ
Bird ga aru yo, but where is yaki? Let me get yaki. Yaki.
焼き鳥
Okay, it completely overrode the bird one. But I guess we don't technically have chickens here, so it's a little hard to do that. But yeah, yakitori, even though it says grilled bird, it's technically grilled chicken. So a little confusing if you take it literally. So don't. Okay. Let's see what do we have here.
車がない
Kuruma ga nai. There are no cars here. There's a parking lot, no cars. Kuruma cars.
車
No.
ない
Nai.
が車がない
There are no cars. I say this a lot. When something doesn't exist or I don't have something, I usually say nai a lot. I'm probably using it wrong. I'm probably using it wrong in actual speech, but it gets the idea through in my own weird mangled Japanese. Toire ga nai. Wait, what? No toilets? There is a no toilet sign. Toire? No.
ないが
There is no toilet. Oh crap! Where's the closest toilet around here? Let's see.
鳥がいるよ
Torigariyo. Okay, we got a bird. No, that's a tree. This is a bird.
鳥
Is.
いるがよ
Okay, we got a bird. What's this one?
鳥がいないね
There is no bird. Okay, so bird, tori.
鳥
There are trees. It is a nest with some eggs. I guess we don't have no. So I'm gonna have to get no from somewhere else. There is no
ない
bird.
ね
Wait. Inai, not ga? Wait, why are you getting it this way? Nai, not exist, is?
いないが鳥がいないね
Okay, the puzzle putting together is a little bit confusing there. But I think you can get the idea by just dragging stuff together.
卵があるね
Tamago ga aru ne. There are some eggs. Tamago
卵
is.
あるがね卵があるね
There are some eggs on there.
エレベーターがない
階段があるよ。
There is no elevator, but there are some stairs. We got a staircase. Kaidan
階段
is. Aru.
あるがよ階段があるよ
The building has no elevator, and this kid is saying there's no elevator. Elevator
エレベータ
ga nai.
ーないがエレベーターがない
There is no elevator. Well, it's only it's only 3 floors. You don't need an elevator for 3 floors. I say that as I live on the top floor of a 3-floor
駐車
apartment.
場ではないよ。
Chushajo de wa nayo. This is not a parking space. Let's see.
駐車場
Chushajo
では
dewa nai.
ないでは駐車場ではない
Parking lot as for not exist is the literal translation. It is not a parking lot. I guess technically you're not supposed to park on the side like just randomly, but yeah, I can't say it hasn't happened. I see it all the time. There are some train tracks.
いないいないばあ
Inai ba? Inai ba. Train is not part of this. R. There's an E.
い
Not. Let me get not.
ない
I'm not sure what they're trying to say here.
ない
Not exist.
いないいないば
Oh, peekaboo. Peekaboo. Inai ba. I don't know if I can take that literally, but that's a weird little trivia. Okay. Let's see. Eki something ga inai. So there is no station here.
ない
Nai. Train. None of this. E is.
い
There is no station.
駅
Okay, there is a word here that we don't have a translation for.
電車ないね。
Densha nai ne. There is no train.
電車
Nai.
ないね電車ないね
There is no train. Densha. Okay.
木がないね
Iga nai ne. There is no tree. Well, it's a stump now.
木ないがね木がないね
Alright, how do I figure out this last one? Let's see what it's supposed to be. It's not Densha. It's not. Ga. Let's get Ga.
が
Let's see. No attendant is on duty. Oh, is this what it is? Oh, Eki. I think this is Eki in? They don't have the pronunciation here, but I think this is Eki in ga inai. So there is no station attendant, no station employee. No station employee. I think this second kanji just literally means a member, as in a member of something. You can also use it for employee in this case. So station employee, there is none. Okay, what is this? Ticket uraba. Ticket uraba.
チケット売り場です
Chicket. Oh, chicket. Chicket uraba desu.
チケット
Chiquetto? Uriba? Uri? Uri?
売り場
This is
です
Uriba. What's this one? Ticket sales booth. Okay, so ticket.
チケット
Chiquetto. I always thought it was ticketto, not chiquetto.
売り場チケット売り場です
Chiquetto uriba. Uriba desu. Okay. What's this? Family Dobotsuen. Family zoo Dobotsuen. Family. Which is just in katakana. And zoo. Okay. So we have seen this kanji before, the park kanji in the zoo. And we saw that with the public park, the community park. But this time it's attached to a different set of kanji. I don't know if we'll get into it here, but this combination of kanji literally just means a moving thing. And normally that just probably in English that just means something ambiguous, a moving thing, a moving what? In this case though, a moving thing means animals, dobotsu. Dobotsu en becomes so an animal park becomes an animal zoo, or zoo, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Adult 500 yen. 500, where do I see this? Adult is paying 700 yen. Okay, adult is this. Yen is this. And then is
です
desu. Adults are 500 yen. Okay. And children are 200 yen. A child is excited. This is an adult, this is a child. And then we had yen and is are
です
children are 200 yen. Okay. Don't know if that's expensive, but those are the fares. What's this? This is Densha train. I think this is a train. That's a weird looking train. Where are the freaking tracks? That looks more like a shuttle.
電車
It's a weird looking train.
電車乗り場です。
Densha noriba desu. Okay, so this is a. I
電
don't
車
I don't like calling this a train, but we're gonna call it a train. There's a train stop. Boarding zone for a train.
乗り場乗り場電車乗り場です
Was it like this earlier,
No.
the nori part? I feel like it glitches a little bit. And some of the hiragana turns into English letters when it shouldn't be. Toire ga arimasu. There's a toilet. It is a toilet sign. Toilet is...
が
There is a toilet. A toilet exists. Toilet exists that way. See, Kumayama. Okay. So we got a bear. It's a bear.
熊
We got a new kanji. This doesn't look much like a mountain. It is a small mountain though. And it goes with this kanji. At least the kanji for a mountain looks somewhat like a mountain. But it's a bear mountain. What's that supposed to mean? Let's see, what's this? Restaurant ga arimasu. Okay. Restaurant. It is a restaurant. Okay, so is arimasu.
が
Restaurant exists. Udon ga imasu. Udon ga imasu. So there is a... No, wait, that's not udon. Kirin... Kirin ga imasu? What's a kirin? Restaurant. Okay. Oh, kirin! Oh, this is a kirin. Giraffe exists. Giraffes have a child. It is a giraffe.
が
There we go. Kirin ga imasu. I think Fauna once said she almost became a giraffe. Because kirin also means giraffe in Japanese. But also kirin is, I think, a
キリン
specific...
の子供がいるね。
I think kirin also is a specific mythological creature. But it's not a giraffe. Anyway,
キリン
kirin. Child, kodomo.
子供の
Kirin no kodomo, giraffe of child. Sounds weird in English, but is iru.
いるがねキリンの子供がいるね
There is a giraffe child. Kirin no kodomo. Okay, so it's the Kirin's child. Ga iru. Kirin's a giraffe's child exists. There is a giraffe child. Okay. Let's see. Penguin? There's a penguin exhibit. Where's the sign for the penguin? Oh, here it is. Oh, jeez. That looks intimidating. It looks super intimidating. But since it's pointing up this way, context clues. Penguin. 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 Show? Wait, show? Penguin show? No iriguchi ga arimasu. The penguin show entrance is over here. What show? There's no place to sit down. Anyway, entrance. You gotta find entrance. Enter, entrance. Hold up. Can't type. There we go.
入り口の
Arimasu is.
が
Penguin show of entrance exists. There is an entrance to the penguin show. What's this one? Rayon. Rayon. It's one of those weird katakana that doesn't make sense until you actually know the context. Rayon.
ライオンがいます。
Rayon ga imasu. It is a lion.
ライオンいますがライオンがいます
And you might have noticed that a lot of the animal names, especially those probably are not native to Japan, have it in katakana because that is a foreign word. There are no penguins in Japan. There are no lions in Japan. There are also no giraffes in Japan, but they call it the kirin because I guess it looks like that mythological creature, the kirin, because of the horns. They do have bears, so they have their own word for bear, and that's why this wasn't hiragana. I don't know if they have a kanji for bear. I usually only see the hiragana for this one. Zono. What is this?
象の家族です。
Zono kazoku desu. Okay.
ゾ
Zo. No.
ウの
Kazoku.
家族
Kazoku desu. It is a family of elephants. Okay, here we go.
ですゾウの家族です
Okay. Elephants.
ゾウ
Kazoku, family.
家族ゾウの家族です
Zo no kazoku desu. There we go. Now you may, it's okay, from all I've said, you probably are wondering, hey, why is elephant in hiragana if there probably aren't any elephants naturally in Japan? Beats me. I don't know what zo here is referring to, but somehow that one is in hiragana. There's probably some significance to that I just don't know about.
いますがゾウの家族がいます
There's a family of elephants. There's a family of elephants there.
象の家族です。
Kazoku. Okay. Don't think we're gonna get into it in this stream at least, but we have two kanji for Kazoku. We have the kanji for house, and we have kanji for tribe, I think. So it's a house tribe. Is it tribe? Is it tribe? I don't remember. I want to say it is, but it could be wrong too. Anyway, that's the combination for family. Ima kame wa imasen. There is no turtle today. It is a turtle. Kame. Today. No. It does not exist. It is a turtle enclosure. but there is no turtle today. I guess the turtles took a break. Wait, toire wa arimasen. What do you mean there's no toilet here? It's a no toilet sign. No toilet exists in this building. Sad. The zoo is also pretty small, but oh well. There is a pretty famous zoo if you go to Ueno. That I think they have a panda there. I pass it by all the time, and I've never been in there. But it's a pretty small zoo, so I do kind of wonder how much space the animals they have there. I do wonder how much space the animals there have. Panda may not also have that much space. Anyway. Tell people to do things or not do things. Describe objects. Well, this next part is pretty short, so let's do one more section. Let's do one more section. Oh hey! They're actually moving this time. Everyone's been so static.
走らないで
Hashi naraide. A child is running. Okay, running, I think it's hashi.
走ら
Naide. Not?
ないで走らないで
Do not run. Hashiranaide. Hashiranaide. Do not run. And we have the de here again for the emphasis. But I don't think anyone would just say hashiranai, so the de is required here, I think. What's going on here?
食べて
Tabite. Tabite.
お水ください。
Omizu kudasai. He is drinking something, maybe water. Okay, omizu, water.
お水
Where do we get kudasai from?
食べて
He is holding out food for the child to eat. Eat, tabete.
食べて
In this case, tabete as in, please eat. Eat. Eat, commanding eat. It is a river with water. I would hope so. Iranai de. What is this? Something is fenced off. They do not want you to enter. Okay, so not is
ないで
naide. Enter ira. In this case, do not enter. But we're missing this down here. And this kanji, we haven't seen it in this game so far, but this kanji, I think it's down? It's probably not stop. Stop is a different kanji. Want. Oh, want? Oh, kudasai. Oh, freaking A. I keep on forgetting there is a kanji for kudasai. I keep seeing kudasai in hiragana, usually written out. But if you want to be formal about it, there is a kanji for kudasai, which is basically down. Downsai. Don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Okay, tabete, just
お水
eat.
ください。
Kudasai, please.
くださいお水ください
I'm not sure how you're supposed to get this when you don't have context or previous knowledge. But there you go. Previous knowledge came in handy.
押して
Oishite? Oishite what? Parent is pushing a child on the bicycle. None of these words means that. How about kudasai? No, please. No. Oshite. Pushing. I think it's pushing.
押して
Oshite. Osu. Osu is push, I think. And then we have oshite. Push me? Push me? No idea. Doesn't explain it very well. What's this one? Oh, there's an inside.
椅子に座ってね。
Isu sawatene. Isu. What's this? Chair. You sit in it. Okay, so we have chair. It matches with isu.
椅子
Isu is chair. Sit. Suwatte.
座ってね椅子に座ってね
Isu ni suwatte ne. Sit in the chair. There we go. What else is here? Oh, that's it? That's it. That's a very short area. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop here. There's a lot more to this. That was 4 chapters, and there are a total of 16 chapters. Okay, so far, I have to say it's a little bit confusing how they want you to go about this. I mean, in general, it's like find the word, drag the word, and try to learn from that. But it doesn't really explain much of anything, so it can get a little confusing that way, and it's just kind of like memorizing words for the sake of memorizing words. But if you're learning kanji, that's kind of how it is also. But at least if you're doing, let's say, wanikani as your program, they do try to explain a little bit with examples and context. Here, you're kind of left to figure out how things go together. Now, I got through a lot of this mostly because I already had some previous Japanese knowledge. If you were coming in this fresh with no Japanese knowledge whatsoever, I feel like it might be a little bit difficult. You might be able to figure things out eventually if you're just treating this as a puzzle game. So immersion, yeah, game for immersion rather than learning. There is a little bit of immersion here, but I don't know how well you're gonna learn things per se. So it might be something that you could try if you want another tool to go through. Keep in mind, whenever you're learning anything, whether it be a language or a topic of your choice, you can use any sources you want. You can use as many sources as you want. And this is one source you could use for something. I'm not exactly sure what, to be honest. I'll be perfectly honest with that. Would I recommend this to a beginner? Iffy, very iffy, but it might have some value for other people, and I'm just not seeing right now. Again, if you do want something that's very beginner friendly and will ease you into the language and immersion, very good immersion, there is Wagotabi. Highly recommend that one. This one, even though I did get a free key here, I'm not technically sponsored. And even if I was sponsored, I feel like I'm obligated to tell you the weaknesses and strengths of this as I see them. I guess if you want a working example of what things are, this might be a good place to start, or maybe not a good place to start, a good way to learn them. But I feel like you need to know a little bit of something before you jump into this. I don't know if jumping straight into this as a beginner is a good idea, personally speaking. You could try. If you do, let me know how that works out for you. But I feel like it might be a little bit confusing if you do it that way. But yeah, Wagotabi is very good if you're learning just kanji, and kanji is pretty good at also. If you're learning just kanji, you can do Anki, you can do Wanikani. Both of them, regardless of which one you pick, I feel will give you a pretty good vocabulary. Even if you don't know how or where to use said words, it will give you a pretty decent vocabulary of being able to recognize words and hopefully learn the kanji along the way. So yeah, those are my recommendations right now. Let me know in the comments later what you think about this and how you feel about this. But we're gonna end it here. It is almost 2 hours, and I don't want to go too much over that because, again, as I mentioned earlier, you want to take your learning in small bites. You don't want to binge it. I feel like 1 hour was plenty, but we're doing 2 because I yapped a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of it. Hopefully I didn't confuse you too much. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for listening in. And I'll see you next time. I'll have the waiting rooms for the rest of the week, I think, in a little bit. I got the thumbnails and stuff ready. I just have to double check them and make sure the schedule's correct. But I will be back at the earliest tomorrow, and the usual streams will be scheduled for the rest of the week. Alright, thanks for dropping by, everyone, and have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.